Okay, fam, welcome back. So today we're going to be going over the Grayscale Trust as well as the FOMC data coming up. So with that being said, let's get it. Okay, so it's Tuesday today. Tomorrow is going to be the FOMC meeting, and then of course Jay Powell is going to come out and annoy us, I'm sure. So definitely looking forward to that. Obviously, hopefully he comes out and says something dovish. My guess is the markets are probably pulling back because they're waiting for that data as soon as it comes out. Jay Powell's like, oh yeah, it's all good, guys. We're gonna cut rates and everything will be fine. Blah blah blah. Right. As soon as that happens, boom, market's probably gonna go up. I wouldn't even be surprised if they started going up immediately after the FOMC meeting tomorrow. Okay, so let's get into the charts here. So LTCN's still sitting on top of this channel. The last two times that this happened, the breakout was pretty quick. This one seems a little bit more hesitant, but as you guys know, the longer a move takes to play out, typically speaking, the more powerful the move. Okay, that's what we talk about when we talk about coiling. All right, when it takes longer for the move to play out, usually the move is either much more explosive or much more long lasting, or both. Okay, for those of you guys that are think this is going to be a Minuteman move. Probably not. I mean, the crypto bull run should last for roughly about another 12 months, so there's a lot of potential upside to come. All right, so buy zone still down here at 17. I'd say about 17 and 17 and a half to 18, somewhere in there. Pretty much right about that white line. Targets are going to be all the way up here from 25 to 54. Keep in mind, these things can flip on a dime and just start running out of nowhere. That could always happen. 207% gain. BCHG, so this one is pretty much still the same. So you got the inverse head and shoulder target up here at right around that $14 area. You can see the inverse head and shoulder here. This would be the neckline, the breaking point. We got above it, but obviously we didn't hold. So as of right now, buy zone roughly about 730 to 760. You could be looking for a pullback maybe to 580, somewhere there. Do I think that's going to happen? Probably not. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen at this point. Okay, so targets 1240 to up to about $24 on this one. Pretty sizable move. I mean, it could literally happen out of nowhere. So 223% gain. HZEN. Again, we got this potential bull flag here. I know the candle is outside of the flag, but again, you guys got to remember at this point that we are on a weekly time frame. So we still have 3 more trading days left to confirm whether this is going to hold or break out to the upside. Or breakdown. I mean, that's always a possibility, but again, I don't think that's going to happen. So target here, roughly about 950. Sorry, I said 1950, 950. Pullback zone, roughly about $5. In case there is a breakdown, target up here about 1150 to 1230. The measured move of about 150%. ETCG. Okay, so this one, buy area here at 1310-ish, I would say, and then 1850 to 20 is the targets I'd be looking at. The EMAs are still holding below that level right around here too, which is obviously a good sign. That's basically double support right there in this case. So 51% move, ETHE. So we're still struggling with trying to get past this top here. Again, I think this is probably going to play out in sync with Ethereum starting to gain dominance on Bitcoin, probably beginning next month sometime would be my guess. So the pullback area here, anywhere from 24.30 to about 29.30. Target is going to be the cup and handle up here at 53. So nice 115% gain here at GBAT. So the buy zone, pretty much the current, well, I'd say maybe 730 to 770. So pretty much right around the same area that it's at now. I would say it's a pretty good area to buy. Of course, you guys have these lower levels, so 450 to 5. I personally don't think it's going to get back down there, but we'll just have to wait and see. Target is going to be up here at 32 for roughly about a 330% gain. FILG still holding above the EMAs. It's a very bullish sign. So buy zone here is 60 to about, I'd say about 65. All-time high sitting at 400. 542% gain. GLIV. Pretty much the same thing as FILG here, so it got above the EMAs. Now it's testing the EMAs, so we'll see what happens here. The structure that we had back here at 20 did not hold. It held for a week, but then we got pushed back down, so we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. Buy zone right now is 16 to about 1850. Below that, you have 1230 to, I'd say, about 15, somewhere in there. Keep in mind, it takes a long time for these. When these things are below the EMAs on the weekly, it takes a very long time for it to get back above it. So the chances this thing pushes to the upside, in my opinion, is pretty high. But again, we'll just have to wait and see on that one. So measured move here to get to the top at about 80, 430% gain. G-Link, as you guys know, Trump obviously bought a bunch of chain links, so that's extremely bullish for this. Again, usually if time does not play out the move, then it's 9 out of 10 times is always some kind of news catalyst, okay? Or maybe a whale pushing up the price. You really never know in these markets, but it's usually one of those three, or just, I suppose it could be insane retail FOMO. That could be the case too, but most of the time it's usually just it takes time to play out, or it's some kind of news catalyst of some kind that pushes these things up. So pullback area here is 70 to about 87-ish. Again, we're kind of hitting a little bit of resistance here at this 140. That's to be expected. Once we get above it, it's pretty much all-time highs at that point. So pushing up to 220 from there. Measured move here, 206% gain. GSOL, so finally got a little green on the day. I don't really think this is going to go much lower. You guys can already see for weeks now, the histogram has been losing momentum here. That's what that lighter shade of red means. Actually, if I scroll down to the daily here, we're probably going to get a different picture. Yeah, you can see the daily is already starting to play out a little bit more green. So we got the gold cross here, golden cross here. What's interesting about this is the bullish divergence. So this is usually an early indication of a reversal. Whether it's a bullish or bearish reversal depends on what it is. In this case, it is a bullish reversal. So you got the price trending down, the MACD and the RSI going up on the daily, which means this thing may be about ready to pop to the upside. Okay, so the buy area is still 23 to going up to 50, somewhere in there. Targets as high as 71 to about $110. So potentially about 350% gain here. GXLM, nice little pullback. Personally, I think this thing probably, I'm pretty much going to say the same thing I said before. I think it probably stops somewhere between 36 to 40 right there. That nice structure level and the top EMA. Because again, when the price takes off to the upside, usually the red EMA does not get tested that often because it's a longer term EMA. It's usually the yellow and the blue ones that get tested. Okay, so target zone here, 74 to 96. About 166% gain. Mana. So this one is having some trouble here. It hasn't broken the structure yet. Once it does and it confirms above, I would say that's basically a moonshot. From there, we're going to head probably all the way up to 31 to 35 pretty fast. I will say this, even though the zone is not holding as of right now, again, we're not at the end of the week yet. The EMAs are still holding, so that's bullish. So 15 to, I'd say about 15 to 1580 is a potential buy point. Again, you had the opportunity to get in back here. If you didn't, well, okay. I guess it is what it is. 70 is the all-time high. About a 335% gain. And I do just want to show you guys this from kind of these the lows down here at the 7.5-ish. If you had your price down there and you had rode it up to the swing high, you would have already been up 250%. This isn't a told you so. I'm just telling you guys, when I point these accumulation zones out to you, or what looks like an accumulation zone, take note of that because you may not get another opportunity in the future to buy at those levels once it takes off. Okay, so Zcash sitting perfectly on that structure zone. That's to be expected. I'm not shocked at all. So it's literally at the area that I've told you guys about, that $6 area. You can do what you want to with that. So target moves here about $8, $8.10 to about 10.25. This is what you'd be looking at if you decided to get in now and ride it up to the swing high. Again, no guarantees, but it's about a 74% gain, so not too bad. Okay, so I did actually want to show you guys a couple interesting things. These are some quantum stocks, quantum computing stocks. As you guys know, Google came out with their quantum chip. If you guys don't know about that, go do your research. But these are a couple smaller quantum chip companies. I just wanted to show you guys what these explosive moves can look like. Again, this is not crypto. I'm aware of that, but you guys can see just how when a breakout does happen, it can be absolutely ridiculous. Okay, let me show you what I'm looking at here. Okay, and again, I show you guys this for a reason. All right, I'm not doing this by chance. It's literally the same thing over and over and over and over again. It's just a different asset. It looks a little bit different, takes a little bit different amount of time to play out, but usually it always ends the same. Nice big long accumulation zone for roughly about 15 months. Okay. And then we go from a low of 60 cents to a high of $18. That is a 30x move. And this is all based on a catalyst. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's because Google came out and said, "Oh yeah, we got this quantum chip, guys. Hey, come check it out." Right? But yeah, so these other smaller quantum companies got the kind of bullish catalyst as a sympathy play, and then boom, took off like a rocket. Nice little accumulation zone. Boom, took off like a rocket. It's the same thing on repeat. So, anyways, hope you all enjoyed this content. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.